I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something come along, someone to tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone that's a way that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
The first carry for the rookie Procise. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, now Brady. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Toss play, Richardson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Wait, check 26.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that brings up 4th down. Now the longtime NFL punter, Donnie Jones, on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at the 20. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Saints.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
2nd down now after the incompletion. And the D looking like they may blitz. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Again, it's Procise. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Play clock winding down. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game. No gain.
Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Jake Shum on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. With it is Brown. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Hey, go down.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Now a play fake. Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll slide down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and just 1.
Time right. 4 down. Check.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Here we go.
And second and 10. He'll look to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Come on, let's go.
On first down, Prosise. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Gal, the guy has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. On the stop that time, it's William Gay.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now a toss to Richardson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to the air, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd down and 4. Right back to Process. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. He may try and run for this. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those. And
now look at him go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trent Richardson, 84 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And quickly they get to the line. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw, and he's got Miller. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off, William Gay. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Here's Richardson. Room here to run. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trent Richardson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And it's 21-3. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They'll set up to throw. Complete, he finds Brate. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going, and when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Max Strong taking it in. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing it up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this looks to probably be the final play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady going to throw here. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
My face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might rob it. Most say that, baby, they don't look.